Hey guys, Tmoz, Zmont. I've been neglecting Small 9 a bit, as you can see by my VP 532. It was at least 632 a week or two ago. Forlorn Hope in Triangle 9 has taken a ton of my attention, but we've got 24 to 25 members. We are doing Foxtrot for the first time today. We've been, let's get back to that, we've been working our way up. Obviously, the Venus Flytrap and Early Bird were based on, I think we had one person in the task force at that point. So, getting up there, we've got one free spot. Jump in if you're interested. I had to kick a few players. It seemed like some players wanted to just dump their accounts in here just to, I don't know, say you're a member. And we had a couple players who used Tank Medic on every single operation and didn't get the message that that's not okay. So my map is jam-packed right now. I think let's find my radar. Where? Yeah, there is dead center. Oops, can't upgrade it obviously. I think we're at 1%, so clearly haven't cleared it in a while. I've got lots and lots of players, and they're all fairly medium to low level. I've only got 161. This is about the easiest my map has looked in a long time. Usually it's somewhere between 63 and 65, so very manageable. I've got Dr. Terror. So I'm just gonna, I got a big boost on. I just did my Operation Attack, which was a bit of a fail, so I won't spend too much time on that. But let's get Dr. Terror rolling. Again, this is boosted. It's level HQ18 though, so maybe somewhat useful. I'm just going to clear my map as much as I can here. Probably not going to spend a lot of time on NPCs, but I'll burn through as many PvP as I can. I'm going to skip players with boosted ice or anything like that for the first bit and come back to them because I just want to try and get as many attacks in a short amount of time as possible. Not sure if I have enough GVE to take down the headquarters, but there's no defenses left, so. A couple of the things we've been seeing recently is ever since we've moved to Triangle 9 being a 50-man, I've had a lot of new players come in, and it's really reminded me just how broad of a spectrum, is that what I'm trying to say? There's a lot of users, or a lot of players who don't know things that we have assumed are common knowledge. Things like you can't mark a shield generator, and and we've seen a ton of I don't know if you call them shame quits or rage quits or whatever you want to call it, which haven't seen those in a while either, which is a bit surprising. Please never rate or shame quit a task force. If your attack is bad, just say, hey, sorry, not my best attack, and carry on. No one cares. And if they do care, then you probably don't. I mean, if you get kicked, you get kicked. Who cares? Like, just don't. There's no sense doing a shame quit. Just it makes it look silly. What else have we seen that is a little bit surprising? People still don't know how to go under the wire all that terribly well. Don't shock the fence. If you're gonna go under the fence, I mean, sure, shock it if you don't have to use shocks ever again, but you want to use a med kit on the barbed wire fence. You don't want to shock the fence because you need shocks later, and you probably don't need med kits later. And if you do, then you're very likely to need shocks more than you're going to need med kits. So by all means, shock the fence if that's all you need to shock, but please, for the love of everything that's wonderful, don't shock the fence. I should have done some more thinking on this one. I got lots of shocks though, so oh, I'm losing some ladies, and I'm just gonna shock the world, including this mortar here. Shocked everything way too early, but sloppy. I don't know if everyone noticed, but all of the Dr. Terror stages were the same last week, and I'm wondering, I think I read that they're going to be the same it'll be the same. You'll get the same tropical terror and the same volcano terror twice in a week, which would be a little bit disappointing. But I don't. If you've read that or know anything about that, please let me know, because I'm just jammed with everything that's going on right now, Boom Beach and outside Boom Beach. So if you know the details on that, please let me know. I've had people that keep posting troop combos that they'd like to see. One of the things that comes into play for me is if there's a troop combo, I want to clear my map as fast as possible, or I want it to be fun. So if you have a troop combo that is either fast or fun, please by all means let me know. I'm not going to use tank medic. I'm not going to use most things tank. Anything, if tanks have medics, they're probably going to be too slow. I just want to get onto Boom Beach. I want to clear my map, figure out the operation, and close the game. I'll spend a fair amount of time in-game chatting, but I do not want to spend time attacking. I want to attack. Probably I want to embarrass people who I'm attacking and leave them either funny or good replays, and then I want to close the game. So that's a big reason why I use zookas, why I use boosted rifles. I don't want to waste time in game. And I feel like tank medic is about the slowest way to clear your map that's ever been conceived, and I want nothing to do with it. So like if you're a tank medic master, I'm not saying you're bad at the game or you should change off of that. It's just not for me. By all means, use it, enjoy it, do whatever is fun for you. If it's fun for you to watch your base be defended, then by all means, have a bunch of ice. But that is not what I'm interested in, so don't take what I'm saying as something everyone has to do. That's ridiculous. The fact that I have one opinion doesn't make everyone else's opinions invalid or something like that. Oh, come on, medkits. And that's why I upgrade medkit. I spam them with all my free GBE. If I have extra GBE after I've shocked things, it's all about spamming the medkits. And that's why I only lost 2 troops there to the boom cannon. I had a machine gun blasting me, I had a rocket launcher, and I only lost 2 troops. So very, very handy. I've been considering dropping troop health on this account. I have a TD 13% in my storage or in my garage, and I'd really like to place it, but I don't have quite enough powder yet to drop my Power Stone chance, and I'm debating whether or not I should drop my troop health. We'll see. Oops. I was peaked there, so I'm going to have to shock a bit early up top, which is unfortunate. Still haven't looked at what I need to shock yet, because that would be too smart of a thing to do. Okay, so there's a ton of shocks here. Maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 maybe? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 medkits. Well, that flamethrower got me pretty good, I think, there. There's all stages of DrT Tropical, or DrT, sorry, I guess terror is probably a bad word nowadays. I never read it. Did they actually announce why they changed the name? I assume it's something to do with terror or terrorism being a bad word. Let's see here. I'm not gonna diamond troops yet. I've got enough that I should be able to. I think I got like a level 47. I think I even got a level 45 somewhere on here. There we go, 45. I haven't had anyone this low level in forever, so let's start with them. Always a good time attacking someone around your level. because you can usually beat them with just GBE. And actually on my other account, or actually on another account that I was borrowing or using for another player, I managed to beat a level 65 with no critters. All GBE, no critters. It was the first time I've ever done that, so I wish I would have saved it to share, but it was definitely something that I didn't know was even possible. And like these, if your base has buildings laid out like this, it's just a recipe for GBE farming. Especially if you're up against a higher level attacker. Like, the fact that I can drop 1 artillery, I probably can't because my stuff's too low, but the fact that higher level players can drop 1 artillery and get back 12 GBE is not a very wise move. Let's drop all our troops here. I'm going to smoke, triple smoke, which I probably don't need to do here. But I've got a ton of GBE, so I'm just going to come back in here. If I lose any troops on this attack, I'm going to be sad. I think I might have just lost one. Let's go into here. Probably should have removed this sniper tower earlier. There we go. I don't think I'm going to lose any troops here. Let's try and do the shock. Yeah. Oops, shoot. I lost a troop for sure. This sniper tower was in range still, I think. And I've still got tons of GBE here, so just not terribly smart. But as you could have guessed, Hy-Vee, he's level 45, he's all offense, otherwise he wouldn't be up there. So, oh sweet crystal. Always a bonus. Let's find that out at level 47. All offense again. You don't see players up this high at that level with defense, so good for him. I'm gonna go like this. I think I've got my audio situation sorted out. I hope this comes out properly. The last video I posted, I streamed some music that was listed as copyright free and I was instantly hit with 2 copyright claims. So one of the things, as I've talked about a couple times, I am not an artistic or a I'm not musically talented or video talented, so I mean I can do a little bit of Photoshop, but it's just me searching for music that is listed as copyright free. I'm not trying to steal anyone's music, I'm not trying to rip anyone off, but let's get over here a little bit. I don't want to hit that mine. So it's just one of the things that when I started uploading videos strictly so that I had records of it essentially, and then people started to want to see it, so then you have to add music and just more and more things as they come on. Let's shock this guy because I don't want to lose any troops. Just trying to learn, trying to carry on and make videos better for people who want to watch them, so hopefully things are getting a bit better. I'm reading tons, working on things. I've been requested some, that's why this video is happening essentially. People want to see low-level Zooka attacks. I figured I'm going to boost anyways from my operation attack. I should probably share some stuff. So this corner, I don't know if I've talked about this a ton, but on your corner Zooka flares, the fact that this corner right here is empty means they're all going to walk on the inside. So no concerns about this path. If you've got a corner, if you have a corner base, put something in that corner. And by corner I mean back here, not up there. So let's clear these mines. Let's go. I'm gonna drop a smoke at the shore just because that boom cannon would take out a couple otherwise. Just trying to keep my ladies alive with GBE at this point. Get walking. I'd really like it if they would release them. Like if they're gonna do another HQ level, it'd be pretty nice to get a higher level of flare, just a flare that could last all the way to the back corner. I don't know if any sort of armory upgrades are in the pipeline or if anything like that's coming, but it would be pretty nice to get something like that, just to save that extra flare. Not a huge deal, obviously, but it'd be nice to be able to do that. What shall we do? I think we're just going to hit headquarters with 3 shocks, probably. Oh, I missed the shock on the shock blaster. I'm going to lose a couple troops to that, but not a big deal. Hopefully getting more ladies back than I'm losing at this point. Come on, ice. What's the next level up? 538 to... yeah, I'm not going to hit 600, so I might as well claim that. I prefer not to get ice shards, but I don't ever use my ice shards. Those are the ones I reclaim last. So they just accumulate. Let's see if there's any... let's remove... I was gonna hit from 12 o'clock there, but there's a lot of mines to clear. So let's just go to here instead. My barrage... oh, sweet, my barrage got it. I was hoping to get at least one building there. Probably. Let's barrage this too. I want to get these two. I want to get those 2 mines out of the way, hopefully. Otherwise, I'll end up clipping one of them. 10 offensive statute player. Always a bone. Always like seeing those. Oh no, maybe sorry, 9. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt for the resource reward statue though. I'm gonna hit that mine, aren't I? No, I'm not. Okay, good. Now let's get into there. I got peaked, so that's gonna hurt. Oh man, I lost a ton of troops there. That was not pretty. Okay, attacks are going moderately terribly. Let's just use shocking the world. Actually, let's take that. I took that guy down. Let's switch to. Okay, sorry about that. So I just wanted to get. There's an app that I use to draw on screen, and people have said that they'd prefer that rather than saying, I'm going to take out this shock launcher, if I can actually mark which one I'm talking about. So I figured I would load up the proper app, make sure the proper apps are loaded. Okay, so now let's do some planning, which I'm not known for doing. So I'm gonna shock the here and here and probably here, I would guess. So let's remove this building and maybe this building. And then I should be able to sit somewhere in this neighborhood here and go ham on the headquarters. So you'll see that I don't, even though I plan a lot of the time, the fact that I've only looked at it once means that I'm probably going to forget about it later on. One of the things that I see people not doing terribly often is if you hit this very corner right in here, you can actually remove this mine and this mine and both these buildings. So it's definitely worth being very careful about where you put. Let's try it. So I hit right on the corner, I get both mines, and if I had a big enough level artillery, I could have got both those buildings. So be careful about where you place your artillery. Actually, that's what I was going to do. I was going to remove that, and hopefully that. Mortars are one of the most dangerous. Oh, we got a. There's a this rocket launcher's covering shore, I think. So I'm just gonna smoke just to be sure. If it turns, I'll smoke again. It did. Then I'll come into here. I'm thinking I have a bit of a gap on the edge because normally you're gonna hit that mine, you damn heather. It's got a bit lucky there. Didn't have max mines or even level 18 mines, I guess. My zookas don't have a lot. I think they have 270 health, so there's only there's 2 or 3 levels of mines that will take out all of them. So I got 4 shocks still. Wow, okay. So I'm gonna shock. Let's just go a little bit more like that. So I nailed my shocks pretty darn good. Most of the time I'm just making it up as I get there, just looking around and then using med kits to cover any mistakes. So that one actually went fairly well. I moved them a little bit, didn't expect to have 4 shocks when I got up there. So let's keep clearing. Come on, what do we got? I don't know of any way to quickly clear NPCs with my low level troops. Obviously, I think my scorchers are level 1. Where's this guy's headquarters at? There we go. One thing I wasn't aware of until somewhat recently, which is a little bit embarrassing, is that I always saw players trying to hide their headquarters in the trees, but you can always find the headquarters because it has a health bar above it. Doesn't really make sense that they show the health bar when no damage has been done, but it's an easy way to find it. So only thing I really need to be concerned about in this instance is that laser back there. I'm gonna flash kill or try to flash kill the grappler, which is probably a bad idea as I probably don't have enough damage to flash kill it, but we'll see what happens. I'm out of range of the laser, so worst case I'll have shock ready and we'll see what happens. Probably should have checked the health on that. Oh, I could have done it, damn. I got too nervous. So that's where scouting would have come in handy. Scouting properly would have come in handy. I could have flash killed that grappler without difficulty, but instead I shocked and lost troops, which was a bit silly. And that's the beauty of attacking someone with trees. If the trees are not transparent, you know there's no mines nearby, so I feel pretty safe that I can just sit, I can walk in there without having to minesweep it all. I think I lost a fair amount of troops. That was a fairly... Look at this! Is that 5 boosted greens? I don't understand. Level 51 with 5 boosted greens. And I don't know if I've talked about this before or if I just spout off about how much I dislike green statues. If you have green statues, get rid of them. Please, please, please get rid of any green statues you have. A resource reward statue will reward you way, way more. And the analogy that was made to me is that it's way easier to rob a bank than collect interest. Attacking, I mean, look how many resources I have already. 3 million gold. And that's from like 4 attacks, 5 attacks. And I do not have resource rewards, a resource reward statue. So I'd have double that if I had resource reward now. Don't grow your resources, steal them. Plus, it's way more fun to go attack players. Like the green statues, I can sort of understand ice statues because at least you get to watch the replays of people failing. It's not my thing, but I can see what people are maybe getting at. But with green statues, all you're doing is, I guess you can log out and come back once in a while and maybe upgrade a residence or something. Like, you're not getting a lot of resources from a green statue. So you might as well just get a resource reward statue and attack. I'm gonna go, let's go. This is my favorite flare spot, right back in here on this corner. The ladies walk fairly nicely, and I can walk forever right now. I probably should have just cleared some of this free stuff at the front. But we're already flared, so I'll just let them walk. Yes, of course there's a mine there. Thankfully it's a boom mine, not a... I'm gonna get all the way to the back because I don't want to turn in the middle of these 5x5 buildings. And then let's get back into here. We got tons of GBE left, wow. It's gonna take 4 hits, I guess. Just based, he must have ice somewhere. No, yeah, he does have 2 ice. So I'm getting low on ladies. I should probably spend some diamonds here at some point, but I kind of like... I lost 9 there. So that was, I guess, 3 from each of the... I kind of like it when they see that they were taken out by a level 46 with only 45 zookas. It's a little bit demeaning or embarrassing, I would think, but... Let's keep looking. 57... I'm just going from low level to high level is kind of my theory here. See, like this guy, at least he's got 2 resource reward statues. I mean, he's getting 70% resource reward for attacking. That's crazy. I've never had more than 1 resource reward statue. I can't imagine how much you get with 2. So let's see here. Base map is almost clear, surprisingly. Let's see here. Now, some of these guys have actually raised level. Like this guy's level 58 now. He was 57 last time I had scouted him. Where can I hit this guy from? Always rocket launchers are up front, which if I had critters, all these bases would be a piece like super easy. But I don't. So actually let's... I'm just gonna keep attacking until I lose all my troops, and then I'll diamond load them. So trying to figure out where I want to go on this. Probably wiser to go down below, that way I can save a couple GBE. Didn't scout behind that boom cannon, so I'm gonna drop a GBE on it. I mean artillery on it, because there's nothing worse than getting hit by the 3 mines that boom cannons can hide. Hoping to be out of range of that rocket launcher, and I'm not, because it just turned to look at me. Not a big deal though. And that's the thing, you can if you're not sure if you're going to be in range or not, you can always just watch. Watch, see if it turns. If it does turn, you've got 3 seconds to adjust. I'm going to go right in this rocket launcher's blind spot behind it. And then I should have... I've got 5 shocks. Wow. Okay. I'm not sure what I'm going to shock. Let's shock there. I'm going to lose some troops to that far rocket launcher here. If I didn't have enough for a med kit. Might have wanted to do 4 shocks and a med kit instead of 5 shocks there, but don't think I can take anyone out with 6 zookas. Let's see if there's... Let's see here. Do you have a mistake in your base? Rocket launcher is way at the front. No, I can't take him out with that many. No, it's not going to happen. So let's load our troops up. I'm going to need them anyways, so let's get these diamonds loaded. And I had a couple players on the chat saying, like, you're a cheapskate, you spend your diamonds, you use your YouTube money or whatever, and I can honestly say that as of now I've received $0 from YouTube, so all of my YouTube money has been spent on diamonds. So, I mean, I may make some money at some point, I don't know, that's not what I'm not here to make money. If I wanted to make money, I would be consulting, not playing Boom Beach. So, nonetheless, for the fans, the diamonds must be spent. I'm gonna try to go right in here. Only one of the rocket launchers reached, I think, so I'm gonna get rid of this one. I almost used barrage, or as someone in Triangle 9, I think it was Monkey Business again, was saying he's going to use his friend Barry. I thought that by that he meant he called zookas Barry, or if, I mean not zookas, warriors Barry, or if he called grenadiers Barry, but no, barrages are berries apparently. So another term that's new to me that makes sense and seems to be fairly logical, but I just had never heard it before, so I definitely overuse my friend Barry. I use way too many barrages and not enough artilleries, but and my general rule is that I will try to use artillery until it costs more to do 2 artillery than 1 barrage. I think that's a fairly reasonable way to do it. I only have 1 shock here. And one thing that people don't take note of is that sniper towers kill way more troops than boom cannons. Boom cannons shoot once every 3.5 seconds. Sniper towers shoot once every 1.4 seconds. So sniper towers take out way more troops. So if you have a choice of shocking one or the other, always shock sniper towers. So what's that? In 10 seconds, one sniper tower takes, or sorry, in 14 seconds, a sniper tower takes out 10 troops. In 14 seconds, a boom cannon takes out 4. So always take out sniper towers over boom cannons. And always put your rocket launchers in range of your headquarters too, for that matter. That was a terrible choice by that player. Ice, boosted ice, and just an easy to exploit base. So I'm gonna come right in here because I want to be able to be in 2 rocket launchers blind spots at the same time. I'm gonna have to clear a fair amount of mines, but nothing unmanageable with boosted GBE. Just to be on the safe side, I'm gonna clear this mine too. Tons of GBE, so why not? So now, if you watch right now, the fact that these guys have been shocked, they will not move to the flags. If you're hit by a shock blaster, or if you're hit by a shock launcher, your troops stop walking. They do not keep going to flags. You have to use a flare to get them moving again. I've seen that, people complaining about bugs on that a ton. I don't know if I'd call it a bug or an expected behavior or whatever you want to call it. Just be aware that they will not walk to your flags. You have to flare them. I'm gonna get shocked here, but I should be okay nonetheless. Come on. Yes, but if you're gonna use the triangle drop, and you get shocked, you have to flare them. It's just how they behave. It's always been that way as long as I've noticed it, but it's a behavior that not many people have seen because I guess people aren't using the flag drops or something like that. So always be aware, if you get hit by a shock launcher, you have to flare them or they'll just stand there. Oh, this is a base I could have exploited. That's too bad. I'm gonna do something ridiculous here, and I'm just gonna beat this guy with, I'm gonna send my least loaded boat and try and beat this guy with 1 boat of zookas, just for something funny to do. I mean, if you're level 61 and you get beat by 6 zookas from a level 46, I think that would make you scratch your head a little bit. I'm gonna barrage these mines and hopefully get that flamethrower at the same time. Of course, every single one missed the flamethrower. Actually, I got tons of GBE left. I wonder if I should take out... I'm gonna send 2 boats actually, because I'm not sure I can do it with 1. Let's send 2 boats. If I hit that mine, I'm gonna cry. That will remove all the oh geez, how are you level 61 and you don't have your mines upgraded? That should have been a game over right there. I'm gonna skip my last smoke and use it on a shock instead. Come on, ladies, you can do it. This is level 46 with 12 zookas taking out a level 61. And look how much work he's put into his base. He's got his mines all spread out. He's no prototypes though, so at least there's that. Actually, no, he had a shock blaster that was out of range. Just silliness. I love seeing bases like that. I took out a guy with 1 zooka at one point. That's the best. Was it 1 or 2? Anyways, it took me probably 10 tries just because I had to get the zookas in the perfect spot, but it's so worth it when they wake up and see the fact they've been raided by 1 zooka. Let's see here. And obviously, like, I think someone else actually posted my video on Reddit, and one of the comments was, yeah, well, his base layout sucks. Well, obviously, if you're going to take out someone with... there's no way you can take out someone with 1 zooka if their base layout is good. Like, maybe if you have 1,000 GBE or something, but come on, like, obviously the guy's layout sucks. Otherwise you wouldn't be trying it, or you wouldn't be able to complete it, so... Let's go like this. I'm gonna remove you and you. Mortars are my least favorite non-prototype weapon to go up against. Lasers are up there for sure as far as prototypes go, but mortars, like, it took me so long to figure out, like, I would be attacking an NPC and it looked like it would go perfectly, and then all of a sudden you'd have like 20 losses. And it looks like the mortar just clips the edge of your troops, but in reality they just do so much damage. 1 mortar can take out an amazing amount of zookas. So I've been playing with CRZM or CRZM or Ice Cream Sandwich or whatever you want to call it. I wouldn't say a fair bit, a little bit. And at first I was just dealing with the rocket launchers and shock launchers, and then it became very obvious that mortars are way more dangerous than I gave them credit for. So I'm slowly learning that mortars are very dangerous and not to be trifled with. Get back under smoke! This is gonna be bad, maybe. Let's get some medkits out there. Medkit for the win. Medkit wasn't centered, otherwise I probably could have got this down with little to no losses, but be aware of mortars, especially the ones that look like they're dangerous, not those little tiny skinny little stovepipe things. But if you see a big mortar, just either shock it or get rid of it. Mortars can end a zooka attack so quickly. Am I done as far as map clear of player versus player stuff goes? I think I am. It's all NPC now. Actually, and I've just started to get a little bit higher level NPCs. So I've got Elbow Room, which I haven't seen on this account for a while. And I've got Fearless, and I've forgotten all about Fearless. This was always, right around the time I started using zookas, I started to get Fearless. And I don't know how this base is for other troop layouts, but for zookas, it makes you feel like you're like a god, because I think you can beat it with like 3 boats fairly easily. I don't think I've ever lost a troop to Fearless, which now that I've said that, I'm probably going to lose some. But it's just a magical base because it doesn't require basically any work. I'm just going to shock early because I just jinxed myself. I'm going to re-shock you just to be sure. But it's just the best NPC ever as far as zookas go. I mean, obviously there are better NPCs that you can beat with all critters, like Elbow Room and Drastic Destruction are both pretty good ones for attacking. They're fairly fun. But as far as NPCs that I don't know if is it called Fearless? If Fearless goes away, it seems like it goes away pretty quickly once you get, and you'll never see it again, but it's a fun one for sure. I haven't attacked Elbow Room without critters in forever. Like I just always beat Elbow Room with critters. So I'm gonna try it without critters and with low level artillery and barrage. Just for the sake of doing it. You can get so much GB. I think I was watching one guy from an old task force using grenadiers on this, and I think he ended up having 300 GBE by the time he was done. That was a terrible spot for my artillery. Let's keep going here. So yeah, there's just so many buildings, and you just get so much back as long as you use your artillery and barrage wisely. My friends Art and Barry. I have not used troops on this in, it feels like years, so this is a weird experience. I assume I can come back into here? I'm not sure where the straight lines are even anymore. Let's get some smokes out. Should be okay. I'm gonna remove these guys just because I can. Wonder if anyone's even gonna be in range. Let's shock you just cause. Should be pretty simple. Another one of the easier of the NPCs. Another one is, I think True Love was one you see early on but you never see again. And Pierced, I think, maybe, are the ones. Some of them would be nice to just get thrown out some of the lower level NPCs again, just for a laugh almost. But I guess they'd be too easy, I suppose. But anyways, that is my video for the day. Do we still have a spot in Small 9? Yes, we do. We still have a spot in Small 9. If you'd like to come join, please send us a request. The code is in the top right corner. That is 8J98PR00. Low level, headquarters level 18, map clear with zookas. I only had to reload once, and that was just based on stupidity for the most part, or poor choices. But as you can see, our chats in Small 9 tend to be fairly active. There have been 22 in the last little while, and I loaded this app and then didn't use it, so I'll get there. Comments, questions, if you have any sort of requests that you'd like to see, I'm always open to them. I won't always, people keep asking me to use like Tank Medic and stuff, and I'm not on often enough that I can spend time with Tank Medic. I mean, what did I just spend? I just cleared my map in 40 minutes with a lot of yakking in the middle of it, and that's just not possible with Tank Medic. Tank Medic attacks take quite a bit longer because you're not smoking. I mean, smoky tanks are good, but with medics, it ends up the medics get stuck at shore, or they end up having a little chat session or knitting session. So, moving on, I've got a couple Forlorn Hope videos that I need to upload. Triangle 9's been hitting Forlorn Hope almost every day. We had to do Massive Attack on War Factory Day, just based on low intel. But for the most part, it's been Forlorn Hope, and it just takes up a ton of my time, because we've got to get notes, we've got many levels of players to deal with, so it takes up a lot of time. And then there's weekends, and family, and life, and just everything going on. So, oops, that's gonna be bad. Let's drop a smoke here. So, things don't... Boom Beach and Boom Beach videos, it takes so much time to upload this stuff, so that's why it's way easier for me if I can just upload what I'm doing. Like right now, I'm just gonna clear my map anyways, so if I can try and mix a couple things in, it's way easier. But if I've gotta go through attacks, and I've seen people go through operation attacks and they haven't watched them first, and it's so painful. They're like, oh, I think he's gonna do... Nope, he's not. Like, so I have to watch them, I have to plan it out a bit, so I don't want to be another one of those YouTube people who just doesn't have a clue what they're talking about and just makes funny faces and overreacts. So, trying to raise the bar a little bit. Not always succeeding, but trying. Anyways, that's all I got. Thank you for watching. Thank you for commenting. Thank you. I hope everyone had a fantastic weekend, and good luck with Dr. Terror today. Cheers.